This is Ghana, West Africa, one of the poorest countries in the world. Even though it's the most developed, there are still over 3.5 million children living in extreme poverty. I'm a filmmaker from the UK. I've been to Ghana before, but I'm here this time to explore what it's like for children living in poverty. I've teamed up with my friends Jordan and King, who run a volunteer project here in Accra called Akwaaba Volunteers. They work with all the underprivileged children here, doing everything they can to give them all a second chance at a brighter future. This is Benedicta. And this is Jessie. These two are awesome. Over the next few weeks, we get to hang out and share a great experience together. Their living conditions are basic, with no running water or electricity. But somehow, that doesn't seem to dampen their spirits.
Jessie!
The most amazing part is that I get to experience the great work Akwaaba Volunteers are doing for children just like Benny and Jessie. Jordan originally came to Ghana as a volunteer 3 years earlier, coaching hockey. Meeting everyone here was her biggest inspiration for starting Akwaaba Volunteers.
Cool, thanks, buddy.
My name is Des. I'm African.
See all these questions. Can you answer it? Yeah? Okay, cool.
King grew up here in Ghana, and he faced similar struggles these children face today. When Jordan and King first met, they quickly realised they shared similar dreams, and they started supporting the kids in their own little way.
The Street School Soccer Project runs in the Labadi community, and it's open to everybody that wants to get involved, whether you're 4 years old or like 15 years old. We welcome everybody. It's quite a simple project. The motto is no school, no football. So if you don't come to school, you don't get to play football. If you go to school, you get to train every day of the week. So on Mondays, we do classes at the football pitch. It's anything from learning about your health to maths or English or learning about different religions, any topics that we want to teach about. And then from Tuesdays to Fridays, the kids train. And then on Saturdays, we try and find matches for the kids to play. The project's been running for about 2 years now, and that is where we met both Jessie and Benedicta.
Jordan and King are awesome. I love them so much. I feel like they're my friends now because I've known them for so long. I think what's amazing about Jordan and King and Akwaaba Volunteers is they put so much heart and soul into their projects. And they know every child and they know every project and they know where every penny is going. And it's such a heartfelt place. And they are just two people doing amazing things, and it's really inspiring.
Our aim is to help disadvantaged communities or underprivileged children to create a better future for themselves. So whether it's through education, whether it's through the sport they love, or whether it's through helping them get the healthcare they need, we want them to live their best lives.
This is you. Felicity. This is my China. This is Puchki.
It's very good.
Yes.
Benedicta lives with 8 brothers and sisters in a suburb of Accra called Wireless.
Welcome. Thank you.
Macam Ruby. Ruby adetik. Ya binai. Dia lem passion. Si first and me we someone. Me nka me parents mo. E parents mo. First la me ade. Sinana le. Ani ade. E very.
Happy flower.
We met Benedicta in January of 2019, and we met her because of her brother. So we were hosting a kicking off tournament. So we invite 500 kids to come and play sports. There's football, there's netball. We give out goodie bags, there's medical checks, there's music, there's dancing. It's a really fun day. Benedicta's brother Richmond was having a medical check and he had a lot of rashes, and we thought it might have been scabies. So we went to meet his family in case anyone else had similar symptoms, and they were fine. But we met Benedicta, so Richmond started coming to play football with the under-8 team, and Benedicta was coming every day to watch with her little brothers and sisters as well. So from there, we got to know a bit more about Benedicta, and when we first saw her, we noticed that her shoulder was really raised on one side. So we asked what happened, and she said she'd been involved in an accident. So we later got to learn that she was walking with her mum, and she was hit by a lorry. And during the accident, to prevent her being injured even more, her mum had pulled her into a gutter. And I think when she was pulled into the gutter, she had dislocated her shoulder. That was 6 years ago, and it's been left untreated ever since. So when we saw her, we thought, like, we have to find out what's happened. And during the same accident, her mum had to have her leg amputated. So maybe the money that the family had was used to treat the mum instead of Benedicta.
The funny apply or you can funny. Benedicta me da. Ning pe Richmond. Ni negbo na. Wonu wa yankele dum shi madina. Wa dum shi no le bonife no be ya na ye lo le shishi. Wo mususu keni dum ma se banta no te fete ni ya ho. Lo le shishi. Wo ni gbare ni ke fun le gota mi wo be ni le agbe gota mi lo le tun mi na ni. Sukwen le lo le ba twa. Le un kala le twa le sukwen le a femini. Sukwen so fina patisi le ni mu nke npele. Wo le ni jele lo le she ni ka taye chomi mu na ni.
When the accident happened, Benny's family didn't have medical insurance. You must be able to pay all your medical treatments before you'll even be seen and treated, which is why so many people here struggle affording the medical treatment they need.
So we took her to the hospital, we saw a couple of specialists, and her shoulder's healed itself, and it's obviously put her in a position which has caused her spine to curve, so she now has scoliosis.
So because the brace was very expensive and it's going to take time to change it and all that, we couldn't afford it. So myself and Jordan did a marathon, a millennium marathon in Accra to raise money to support her and take her through physiotherapy. So we did that for her, and on the day she was actually there to support us, which was very motivating, and it's inspired us to help her.
Representative of Japan Motors.
The money we've raised so far will be able to change her her brace every 3 months until she is 15, I think, and take her through physiotherapy for some time. We are hoping that by then it will be okay, but if not, then we need to find a way to raise more money to support her.
Ready? Go. Nice.
So after seeing the specialist, we've now been able to get her a spinal brace so that her spine will be straight. Before she was struggling to look up, she'd always be looking down. So when she'd look at you, she looked a bit funny. But now her head's a bit more raised. She's had it for about 2 months now. So she's gonna have her first check after 3 months. So hopefully it's all going well and it's getting better.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I do. Yes, yeah, about food. Lani. Yeah, 4, 8, 3. Can we 4? And this was. Yeah, 4. Abortion. Okay, in school. In school. Back I send me.
We first spotted Jesse in one of our events/tournament that we were hosting in the community that we were working with. And he won the dancing competition, actually. And everyone loved the way he was dancing because it was like a dancing/comedy. So it was very entertaining. So after that, he was coming straight to school, but not fully or full-time. So when we saw him, I got to know his life and a bit of what he was doing and everything. So that's how we got involved with Jesse.
He used to come to the soccer pitch and then he would be collecting the footballs that went out of play for the older kids and he'd bring them back, and that's how we got his first pair of football boots. He always loved football. He had a passion for football. Even if he wasn't playing, he'd come and join in. So when we started the Street to School Soccer project and we saw that there were lots of younger kids that wanted to get involved, we kind of increased the number. So there was already the under 13 team and the under 15 team. So we introduced the under 11s and then the under 8 team. So he is part of the under 11.
From there, I started talking to him about which school he was going and everything, but then he wasn't going to school. So I decided to do a little bit of more feedback on him. I got to know that Jesse was not going to school and he wasn't taken care of from the mom.
Jesse's mum struggles. She's a single parent, she's unemployed, and she has a drug addiction. This sadly means she's often not home or in a fit state to care for Jessie. We had planned to interview her, but unfortunately, she was not home when we had arranged, and we later saw her here at the local spot for the regular drug users. She did wave, but that was all we got.
Kati Asia, they are no. Kati ni bagbo. On the tiani agbo. What could you have?
Welcome to my school, and you are class 3 people, but you help me. Thank you.
I've known Benedicta 3 years ago. She joined us in 2016-17 academic year. She was brought here by a gentleman, if I can recall, he was called 130. I taught him in the JHS. And so when he came and I saw the child, really, I felt for the girl because the parents couldn't make ends meet. Even to get her exercise books was another. So I just decided to let her go through with the little support that I can give her. Yeah.
When you grow up, what do you want to do?
Okay, I can be the teacher.
When you wake up in the morning, are you excited to come to school?
Yes.
From Benedicta to
Barcelona. When Fiaka, me, Papa Womes. When me Fiaka, me be a mere was school, I'm asking, I make dinner. Was I'm a tumor from the Panama. What first and tune.
In fact, she's a lively girl. Despite her, I don't want to say her deformity or whatever I will call her, which I got to know she was involved in an accident. She's somebody who is punctual to school and ready to task.
It's my mother. She's no house again, but my sister house.
Let me find out. I'm going to find a hard one.
Yeah, really.
This one?
Yeah.
You want to read that one?
So this year, when a colleague teacher came around and informed me about what some volunteers are doing for her, I was very, very happy to hear that. Okay, ready? Let's go.
Benny was excited to show me where she sits in class and all of her things. As she began getting them out of her bag, I was, to be honest, in a little shock of just how many things she didn't have compared to young students in the UK where I'm from. I also noticed, whilst hanging out with Benny, that she loved to draw, but she didn't really have any real supplies, as you can see. So we went out and we bought her a few bits just to help her.
This is all for you, for school. Okay? So you open
open the bag? To see her reaction and the smile on her face just made it that extra special. It's got art, it's drawing. And look, you can colour this in if you like. So this is for drawing, okay? We have colour pencils. Enjoy those. Ready, everybody? Ready, go! 1, 2, 3. After school, Benny wanted to show me where she lives, so I followed her through the narrow alleyways all the way to her home. Hello! Okay. Hold on. So this is where you sleep, yeah? Oh, wow. So you're getting changed now from your uniform?
Yes.
Yes? Benny shares this room with her mum, auntie and 8 other siblings. It's pretty cramped and it's really hot. They don't have any running water or electricity. Such a stark difference from what I'm used to.
He doesn't love school. When we first met Jesse, he was not going to school. And we later found out that his dad has passed away, and when his dad passed away, he stopped going to school. So his mum is not around often, and I don't think she values education herself. So it wasn't important for her to make sure that Jesse was going to school. So he used to go to school, and one day he'd see his friends going to this school and he'd go with them. The next day he'd see his friends going to a different school and he'd go with them, so he didn't learn anything. So from the street to school soccer program, the classes that we run on a Monday, we saw that he was quite behind his friends, or the boys in his age group playing at the same level. He couldn't read very well, he couldn't pronounce the words that were being written on the board, he couldn't do his alphabet, but his maths was quite good. So we asked him to come to the house and work with the volunteers that we had here to improve his English. So they've been working with him for a couple of months to make sure he knows his ABCs, make sure he can do short words, like 2-letter words, 3-letter words. He can say short sentences. He can recognize the different letters in different orders and things like that. And now we have enrolled him at Future Leaders School, which is great because we can keep an eye on him. The volunteers are there to support him, and the teachers are amazing, so he's in a good place. But despite his age, he's 11, he's gone to nursery class because he's still very basic level of education. So hopefully over the next year, we're going to see a massive improvement, and then he will jump up to hopefully class 3. So he'll skip the other classes when he catches up with his peers. Originally started by a local man, Bilal Mahmoud, under a mango tree,
Future Leaders provides children that are living in extreme poverty the opportunity to get an education they deserve. For every child who walks through those doors, they provide a free education, as well as free school uniforms, exercise books, and 2 meals a day. It gives these kids hope and a feeling of safety and security.
It was passion that brought me here, not because I want to be a teacher, but it's the passion that brought me here. Reason why I'm saying that is the kids over here, let me say in quotes, they are needy kids, where we see them from the streets and then we pick them and then nurture them so that one day they become better people in the future. So that's what we do here.
Another one.
One letter. All of you, I will. Where do I start from? Where? Like this.
Yes. Jesse is my new student here. He just came not long ago, but I love him because he's ready to learn. And then when he came, he usually can write well, and then he's only the ABCD type and stuff. So I've taken it upon myself for him to be in my class, just to help him to improve. And then I'm sure that by all means he will improve, so he will not move to the next class, but I will jump him like maybe twice, then he moves there.
Billa sadly died in December 2016, but his dreams to give every child the right to education lives on. On my last visit 3 years ago, this is what the school looked like. They had no more funding left. But through hard work and perseverance, Future Leaders managed to complete the build and open their brand new school in December 2019, creating more classrooms and space for new students just like Jesse, who are waiting for a second chance.
The Holy Spirit. Amen.
And then indoor. Get the sugar about the move at him. But what they do, there's coming back. Give us him. But wait. Mom, I only be
Many.
at a legend.
After school, Jesse took us to show me where he lives with his mum and her boyfriend.
So this is
it?
Yeah. This is Jesse's room.
They all share this one room and all sleep on the same thin foamed mattress every evening.
Bien à fond. Tu n'aimes.
I'm just chaos, kabut, catalysm. Ninga watching or Papa was in minute. Imam Bedimo, Papa, a girl, Kabuten Kale, Ninga, cover them, and no one only get more Kabutem over, and Babu Tevanish.
Oh, Papa let me call you. Yeah. Papa let you.
Get what on in Akwaaba Volunteers. After Friday, Saturday, or match. Pagano, in a mission, in Bakian. I get Mama Train. Scare, yes, me touch me cousin. Is your big came by now. Be regime.
Come on, me by now, me no age.
I get never casting your regime.
A few days later, we returned to Benny's school, and she couldn't wait to show us what she had drawn in her new sketchbook.
That's amazing! What about this one? Madam. This one. This for me. And this for the rest. It's finished. You brought this one. You're copying this one?
Yes. That's amazing! Oh, well done! That's so good!
You draw this one.
Serious? Let me see. Is that a cat, yeah? Whilst filming Jesse play football, I noticed he was wearing boots that were too small for him. So we wanted to get him his own brand new pair, ones that wouldn't hurt his feet so he could actually enjoy playing football. Sit down. So, for a thank you, I want to thank you for letting us film this week and last week and letting us into your life. So today, I wanted to buy you some new football shoes for you. Hopefully they fit your feet. Do you like
Trying
them?
not to smile. You can't help it.
They fit your feet? Yeah? Oh, that's okay. You also have some shorts.
She doesn't get hugged.
Ah, come on. Enjoy them, yeah? And if you want to keep them safe, you can keep them with Jordan and Kay, rather than maybe take them home. Up to you, yeah? My time here in Ghana is almost over, and what an incredible experience it's been. On the last day of filming, we wanted to thank Benny and Jesse for all their cooperation in the making of this film. Where are we going,
ready?
kids? Do we know?
No, they don't know. Wave. Benny.
Wave. So we took them out for fried chicken and ice cream, something so many kids here in Ghana have never experienced before, including these two. Taking them to the ice cream parlour was such a touching experience. To see the happiness it brought and how long it took them to decide on a flavour was so special.
Which one?
They might not have been sure about the flavours they chose after all, but they had a great time, and their bellies were definitely full at the end of the day. Something I will remember forever. What's been so special is seeing the bond between Jessie and Benny grow as they share the same unique experience. Spending time here with Jordan and King and the kids has been eye-opening. I leave with a very full and heavy heart, and I look forward to catching up with Benny and Jessie soon.
I cannot decide, but I know she's a child who can make it. God being our helper. Benedicta can make it because she's not somebody who is lazy. Yes, she's always ready to do something with her little hands. Yeah.
For me, Benedicta is very confident, she's really outgoing, she's beautiful, she loves school, she loves learning, and she loves attention. She loves it. So I'd love her to do really well at school. I'd love her to correct her spine so that she can start being included in more sports activities at school and things that she wants to do with her friends. And she's going to grow up to be a great person.
If you can ask God for one thing, what would you ask him for?
God, please help me that I can win at exams.
So you win your exams. You want to come first in the class. Wow, that's nice.
I was lucky enough when I was growing up, I got the opportunity through someone. And now, although my football career was not where I wanted it to be, but I still got the platform to make it in life. So I see Jessie as someone or as when I was a kid. So what Jordan and I want to do for him is to create that platform, the same platform for him, to give him the opportunity to play football and go to school so that in 5 years' time or in years to come, he will find his own opportunity, like a stepping stone for him.
For Jessie, the main thing he lacks is this family support. He doesn't have the family around him to find out what's wrong with him or for him to show off his schoolwork or all the little things that kids are proud of. He doesn't have someone to show it to. But at football, it's a safe space for him. He has his coaches who he can trust, who he loves, who he shows those things to. He has his friends who he plays football with every day. He has volunteers who work with him and King and myself to support him. And we hope that in the future he's going to start enjoying his education once he's caught up and he realizes that he has got potential and he's caught up with his friends and he can be in the class with them and, you know, raise his hand because he knows the answer before his friends know the answer, that he's going to start enjoying education a bit more. And then, even though he wants to be a footballer, we want him to have education and football. But yeah, still got high hopes for him.
We love you. We love you for all that you are doing for her. And we pray that the good Lord will strengthen you to bless many others. Thank you very much for coming.
Oh, me and Madam Jordan, no more to send you small one. Me and Madam Jordan, small Madam Jordan. Me asking. Madam Jordan, me, King, no more send you small.
It's in your face.
Choose more.
Yeah.
Hey! Wow, what you?
Not only do you get to immerse yourself with all the children and have a great time, you also get to experience Ghana as a country. It's changed my life, and it might just change yours too.
Oh!